Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Anecdotal Economist, and can you believe the insane explosion in the price of both gold and silver in this last 24 to 48 hours? It's time to talk about it a little bit. I want to warn you guys not to buy because you could get caught in a web. All right, so let's talk about it. That's normally where the intro would be. I'm working on a new one because I've gotten a lot of complaints. So you're welcome to those of you who hate it. To those of you who say you like it, well, I appreciate it. I will make an even better one, and it will be back soon. In the meantime, we've got some news. Silver appears to be flying off the handle, and there's a lot of speculation that it could go bananas. And let's just pop a chart on here quick. I've just got to mention that the technicals actually do look pretty good. They're not as strong as they were for gold, but you do see there's been a reversal, and that's really all you need to know, that it is going up. It's got support now. It could move up. There's a lot of reasons it could follow gold. There's a lot of different ways to look at it, to skin a cat, as they say. And I have to tell you, I think that silver is going to follow gold up. I bought a nice order of silver just a few weeks back, but I don't know if it's going to keep going up without a pullback. And I'm just going to talk about my position versus some of the other positions that you might have out there. You see, I am in a position where I don't have to panic. I can watch the price go up and say, hey, that's good. I have got enough. I am not worried. But if you're in a position where you don't have any, or you have very little, or you feel like your balance, your weighting that you've set up as a target is just not where you want it to be, then it might be time to go out and buy some. I'm not saying you have to back up the truck. You can dollar cost average. You can buy a couple thousand ounces. You can do whatever it is that you think makes sense for you, 1 ounce at a time. You figure out that strategy for your portfolio. But all I'm saying is don't panic. Remember, spot of gold and silver does not trade over the weekend. So you have time to think. So I actually have a rule, because believe it or not, this happens quite often, where the price of gold and silver just take off on a Friday right up to the close, and then Monday morning they drop back down. I have to tell you, that's what I would be expecting at this point. I would be expecting the prices to drop back down. That might just be a little bit of PTSD because it's happened so many times before. Listen, if this really is the beginning of a next stage of a worldwide financial crisis, there's no doubt in my mind that silver could shoot its way up to 50 over the next few months. There's no doubt in my mind that that could happen. We could see stress on the COMEX. We could see all kinds of things. I have to tell you that outside of this gold and silver channel, I'm interested in finance, and I'm hearing a lot of stories from bankers, a lot of stories from construction professionals that I work with, that things are slowing down. People are starting to look at things a little bit different. Same with real estate. And so I'm just saying, this could be real. This could be the one. But it could also not be. And the nice thing about the weekend, like I was saying, is you have time to think. There is no need to panic buy. Chew on it. Don't place your order until Sunday. Even if you've already decided right now you want to buy, you're buying online, you're going to load up your cart, let it sit until Sunday. You don't have to buy right now. Think about it. Take some time, catch a breath, let it set. And I can tell you that saved me a lot of money. I have canceled a lot of orders over the years, or not really canceled them, but just not actually hit the buy button because I had time to think about it. I also have a rule that is more to do with purchasing gold and silver in ETF format that I can break it. It's not a firm rule. It's more of a guideline, really. But I don't buy gold and silver on a Monday or a Friday, generally speaking, because I know that tensions get tight. There's a lot of, you could call it manipulation if you want, but a lot of high stress plays that are made by, we'll just say, dubious players. They try to get you. And they succeed. So get a little fingerprint mark here. See that sort of yellow? That's actually not a milk spot. That's actually a fingerprint. I must have touched it when I was putting it in its capsule. I don't think these came in a capsule from the Royal Mint, unfortunately. So back on point, is silver next to go? Is silver going to follow and catch up to gold? And my answer is, well, of course, it's not going to get parity. But is it going to get that GSR, gold to silver ratio, back down to a more reasonable level, what people think is a more reasonable level? Or is 90 a new normal and silver's just going to sort of creep up alongside gold? Well, of course, my answer is going to be, it depends, and I don't know. But I suspect like most things, silver will eventually have a blow off top. And when it does, that GSR ratio is going to overshoot. Whether the final resting place is 50 or 15 or maybe at 90 where it is now, I believe it will shoot well below that or above it, depending on which way you're looking at it. Gold silver ratio well below that. And we could see 50, right? And what that would mean is silver could double, triple, quadruple from here, even if that's not a permanent thing. And listen, if the financial world keeps going even more insane and they pump even more money into this thing, or currency, as some of you like to correct me on, well, then let's just say maybe this run's not over yet. And I gotta tell you, I am a believer that the end game for most of these fiat currencies is gonna have to be some sort of return to sanity or the end of the world, something like that. If that doesn't happen, I would tell you right now, I'll be the happiest camper. I really don't want things to collapse. I like my job. I like my country, and I am just happy for things to just get better and not have problems. So let's just pray that that happens. But in the meantime, we're supposed to be prepared at all times. So these are just some sort of secondary thoughts, guys. I wanted to put out a warning and a little bit of a prognostication on the precious metals because it is indeed crazy times, fun times. It's a very fun time to be alive, a very fun time to be into precious metals. And if you're watching this channel, most likely you were first. You were doing this before it was cool. I suspect over the coming months, we're going to see a lot more people that haven't historically been into precious metals buying from Costco. Go walking into a bullion shop for their first time, have no clue what they're doing. I also in the future would like to talk a little bit more about collectibles. I feel like I can say a lot more about collectibles. I've started to get quite a bit of experience, so that should be up and coming as well. But listen, guys, I just wanted to give you that quick warning, that quick breath of fresh air that just take a pause. You've got time. You don't need to panic buy. You can think about it. I'm not saying don't buy. In fact, I may put in an order on Sunday. I want to buy some rounds for Christmas and a few other things as well, some ones that I've wanted. And I'm at the point where I don't know if I really want to wait till silver's $50 an ounce. That just sounds not fun. And if it drops back down to 28, well, that won't hurt my feelings from here. So something for me to think about for the next day or two as well. But now we're at the portion of the video where we get to do a coin review. And today I have got a red back spider from the Perth Mint. And this kind of reminds me of Spider-Man, just the way they've done it. I guess, the spider came before Spider-Man, but this almost feels like a Marvel coin. Even though it's actually just a spider coin, this literally could be a Spider-Man coin. I think it's a really neat coin, and look at the polish on that mirror finish. You can literally see my camera and bouncing around in the back of the spider. And I think the lettering is almost as shiny as well. You just look at that, it's just reflecting like crazy. Classic for any of the animal coins, they have that sort of frosted finish in the back. 1 ounce, 999. Oh, this is only 3 nines fine silver. Good to know, good to know. And if we get in real close here, I believe that says AWB, AWS. I don't know what that means. I am not an expert. I got this coin in the generic bin at one point a while ago. So there's always that. We'll take a look at the queen. We got to get her out of the capsule though, right? Yo, let me just tell you, that was an exercise. The stuff really did not want to come off the coin there. So here we go, out of the capsule. Ooh, it looks a little bit sharper like that, doesn't it? There's your reeded edge. Have we got any finger marks? Not on this one. Let's take a look at the queen as usual. Looking fine. I actually quite like this one with the necklace on there. Looks good. Looks good. Little like pearls or something. Probably royal jewelry of some sort. Not much else to say. 2020 and it's $1, as the Australians may or may not like to say. Guys, I do enjoy this coin. I haven't gotten to the point where I'd like to, I don't know if they make this every year or if this is like a spider series. I don't know anything about it. But I can tell you that I don't like it enough that I've bothered to go on Google and see if I could collect more. Now, if you're into bugs, I mean, I would be all over this. This is such a cool coin. In fact, my son's going through a bug phase right now. Maybe I'll start getting him some of them. But it just hasn't really piqued my interest to try to collect the series. But I will say, if you see one of these for a good price, I'm sure it'll hold its value because it is a fantastic coin, a beautiful coin. I mean, really, it's outstanding. Spiders are just cool, there's something about them. But I'm not going to beat a dead horse. We got to find out, are we swapping something out? And yes, I am going to swap something out because, as noted in the previous videos, I need to rotate these coins. I can't keep staring at the same ones all the time. If I like something enough, maybe it'll sit out a little bit longer. But we've now got a spider on the desk. I appreciate everybody who's liking and subscribing. If you want to support the channel and you don't know what you want to say, today's code word will be spider. I appreciate all the comments. And again, if you don't like what I'm doing, I always appreciate the feedback as well. That is my 2 ounces worth. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been the Anecdotal Economist. Remember, I'm pulling for you, and we're all in this together.
Kilogram, you're the dragon, you're the rabbit.
Okay, let's look at the money side now. Watch as I pull this bad boy out of here. Absolutely stunning once you get it out of the case. Feeling the weight of this in my hand. Oh, that's such a good feeling.
I never had enough gold.